This is being live streamed.
We are live. I'm checking it now. Excuse me, to get the link. And then I will send the link off. I mean, nobody's
The link is already in the group. The YouTube. I mean, the link to. They should just be able to refresh.
okay. So here we go.
I will confirm that
This is the YouTube link, Ken. That's where to send people. And now you have the ability to bring people in. Do you have the link? Do you need the link to this?
I have the link. I have the link.
You have the link.
Say
Now
hi
you
to
have
everyone
that.
while I'm sending this.
Hi, everybody.
Say hello.
Are there
Hi.
people watching?
I don't know.
This is exciting if there are. And it's
Who
exciting if
can
they
tell?
aren't because I get to see you guys. I'm trying to figure out how to make your background
see.
come up here again. But now I just have a green screen.
There's one person watching, and it's me.
Oh,
I
I was just going to say
It
hi
might
to
be
them.
me.
No, it's not. It's me.
Oh, could be me.
Could be.
There we go.
Why can't it be me?
Now I have to start changing my background
can't it-
subtly.
Ever be me?
Or if the gorilla moves and then on mine, he's still back there.
Silver.
What?
You stay seated, Silver.
Silver.
Well, the silver back. If I turn his back around, it's silver.
I don't believe that.
What do you want me
I
to
don't
be
think it's-
creative?
I think you need to prove that it's got a silverback because I don't see a silverback.
Don't
Yeah.
move him. He's in perfect position. No.
No, that looks like a backpack. He's wearing a silver backpack. Hal couldn't hear any of that. He's wearing a
Close
silver
enough.
backpack.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I was just choosing not to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
selective hearing.
Well, hello, everybody. We do have people watching now.
We
I see
do.
Johnny, I see Stevie, I see Shelly.
Ah,
People
great.
are here.
Now it's
I s-
working.
I'm
Hi,
gonna leave
everybody.
that to Ken to monitor. And I am simply gonna concentrate on you.
I'm going to concentrate on you. Hi, Hal.
Hello, Mark.
How was your week?
Good. How was yours?
It's good. I went to see Bob Dylan. I think I've talked to you since I saw Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Have I? I was going, I think, last time I talked to you.
Yes. And it
Drove
just
to
fits.
and from Tucson,
Mhm,
which is one of my favorite cities in the United States.
mhm.
I love everything about it. I love the food. Get me this good Sonora dog. Started the day in Phoenix, driving through, picked up Edelstein on the way, and ate at one of my favorite restaurants, which is called Taco Guild.
Mhm.
And it is fancy tacos in an old church. So there's like,
Very
but like
nice.
a cathedral-y looking church. So it's like Gothic tacos.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Gothos.
Gothos. It's Gothos. Yeah.
Gothic tacos.
You have to bite them in the side and suck all the taco juice out of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have to vampire your tacos.
Exactly.
Everyone's a
vampire.
metaphor.
Like a regular Dracula. Ken,
Now
while
here
we're
you
waiting on
are.
people to come in, can you give us a trivia question?
Yeah.
I could. What do you want? Do you want city getaways, foodie
Yes.
vacation, world tour, or road
City
trips?
getaways. Why
City
not?
getaways.
And Hal and I are a team on this.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
we'll
Okay,
We'll
you get
just
to work
figure it out
We
together.
are
together.
in the same room after all.
we are in the same chair after all. It's crazy, right? Except I put the big poofy thing on my mic and you have the tapered slimline version.
That's yeah. keep
I
it
also
slim.
have the big poofy thing.
Hey, see, Ken and I
Yeah.
know about the big poofy
Poofy
thing.
Pals, which
I think different.
is the only state capital
Mhm.
with 3 words in its name.
Salt Lake City.
That's right. I agree.
Boom.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Salt Lake City is correct.
Yeah.
Also, bit of trivia. Did you know
Yeah.
that the world's first KFC franchise opened in Salt Lake City in 1952?
I did know that.
Really?
Yes. You know, it seems like we're going to the filler real early.
Yeah.
We need to
We don't have any
explain-
topics. Do we have a
No,
like
But
a,
we're not
clean
settling
slate or something?
anything. The,
No,
the
no.
purpose of this,
this is just to talk to everybody.
the purpose of a town hall is to check in with our listeners, the people of the world, to
Mm-hmm.
have a chat with them, catch up with each other. It's very informal. You know, normally a town hall in an actual town will have an agenda. It's an opportunity for feedback. It's an opportunity for the citizens
For screaming
speak.
recently, a lot of screaming at
to
town halls.
scream and yell and say, "I did my research."
I'm so used to like CNN and MSNBC town halls where it's a politician leaning on a stool. Somebody asks a question and then they stand up, walk toward them, and say their name too many times.
And hold the mic in both.
You know
hands.
how-
they
yeah.
do like one of these where they're like, and I promise you, I will do everything I can to lower taxes for the working class.
Oh my God. Is Ken Bone at our town hall? Remember
The
old
Bone
old,
Zone.
old town hall Ken Bone.
Break out your Patagonia vest. This is fortunately for us,
Mhm.
our halls do not go the way of most town halls because
No,
the
we are
people
not
listening to our show
adversaries.
are very smart.
Yes,
They're smarter than we are. So it's
They
an
are.
opportunity for us to either get to know them or check in and hear about what they thought about episodes. You know, so many people have told me when they're listening to the show that they are yelling or agreeing with us, but we can't hear them. Now is your opportunity to be heard. How do you do that? You let us know in the comments. Isn't that right, Ken? You want to let everybody know how they can be a part of this and how
So
that's
right
going to
now,
go?
so we do have a working chat on the YouTube channel right now that everyone's watching on. So if you want to put any questions or comments in there, I will read them off to all of us and we'll answer or address or say hi or howdy. If you'd like to do that in the chat, there's that option. If you would like to join us on camera briefly for a little conversation and check in that way, if you're comfortable with being on camera, then you can join the Zoom call. And if you'd like to do that, post in the Facebook group comment section and I'll DM you the Zoom link. And as soon as you get that, go ahead and join. We'll let you in and we'll go from there. I've got a couple of people who are going to have already voiced a desire to do that. So I'm going to send the link to the first one.
Okay.
I'll let you know when they're ready to come in. But until then, I'll also let you know if there's any questions in the chat. So right now, let me DM this. So the first person to join us has been sent their link. So if you
Okay.
post it in there,
Ooh, this is
go
exciting.
check your Zoom link in your
Do you
DMs
want-
and Facebook.
While we're waiting
Uh-huh.
for them, Mark, do you want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff we're
Amway.
doing for Max Fun Drive coming up? This is actually
This is great
this would
great
be
timing.
great.
Yeah.
Because I do want to talk about that. I'm sorry. I in the middle of saying that, I had an idea, which is if
Go
you were
on.
watching this, one thing that we try to figure out is what should our stretch goals be around Max Fun Drive? What is it that our listeners want? This is an opportunity for you to tell us.
Please do.
What is
Please.
the incentive?
This is
for
us
you,
asking.
or what would you like to see, even if you can't support just any of that? This and the purpose of all this is not Max Fun Drive. It's just something I thought of that's exciting, that's coming up, that we can talk about a little bit, but also an opportunity for those of you who maybe aren't sure what you want to talk about. That gives you a topic preloaded and ready to go.
Can you
like
remind
that.
everyone when Max Fun Drive is this year, Hal?
I could if I had the dates in front of me. It's in like
So-
2 weeks. isn't
So
it?
could I. I did not realize that this was going to be a pop quiz.
Yeah.
We've got some amazing guest centric episodes coming up. I know it's been a lot of just me and Hal lately, and I love those. Hal, you know that. We
Yes,
do
me
have some
too.
amazing guests
do.
coming up. Are we announced? Can we say who the guests are? This is a
Yeah,
a
sure.
safe space, right?
I don't know. Ken seems a little bit iffy about it.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't see Ken's thing because he's right in where my camera is. Ken, are you okay about this?
Blocking me with your camera.
Hey man, I had to put it in the middle.
Why don't we do,
You
why
get
don't-
the center square.
Listen.
You're Paul Lind in
Why
the
don't-
center square.
You're still blocking me with your camera. That
Yeah.
seems intentional. So
No, it looks like I'm looking right in the lens though, because I'm looking right at you, Ken.
I don't feel it.
Go on.
So I think we should save the reveal
Okay.
for the end of the town hall. We'll
Mm.
let people know, but let it be a thing that we can build to with hopefully the enthusiasm, excitement, and questions that people will bring to this town hall.
Great.
Love
Hey
it.
Hal, I couldn't see Ken. What was his subtext in any of that?
Just
You
having a
heard
great
me.
time, smiling and cheery and positive.
Oh, good.
We
I
do
said
have someone-
subtext, not text. Oh, we do
Someone
have
is here.
Someone. Oh, good.
We do. You ready to admit the first? Would you like to introduce
Yes.
them, Hal?
Yes, it's our friend Stevie Jackson.
Hey.
Come on in, Stevie. Or be admitted, Stevie. Stevie can't hear. Should I admit? Nope, there's Stevie.
Yep, there she is.
It's happening. Connected.
Yeah.
Hey, the Largo. Oh, what a great background.
Oh, that is a great background.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hey.
When he said that you were coming on, I was like, I can't wait to see her hair. What's going on with her hair these
Yeah.
This is what's
days? It
going
looks
on.
great. It looks
Thank
groovy.
you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been growing out. I like it. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
How's
So
the
how's it
Great
going?
North? How are you feeling? You're good?
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah. The Great North is good. It's a little rainy today, but that's normal.
Yeah.
We are ending our mask mandate today or tomorrow, which I don't know how I feel about.
Sure.
That's normal. Yep.
Still gonna wear mine, I think.
Yep. I still wear mine. Mhm.
Yeah.
A lot of folks do. A lot of folks do.
Mhm.
How's your range of motion?
It's improving.
Okay, good.
I thought that was mask related.
No,
And I thought
No.
like once well, I know what it's in regard to, but just the timing of it seemed like like what kind of special masks do you have? Do they have neck cowls that like lock you in place?
Ooh, well, I'll get one
Right?
of those.
Like Darth Vader's under thing that just has
Yes.
the 2 little points right here.
Yep. Yeah, we're all wearing those up here.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do things in Canada.
So popular up there.
That's so
It's
the
a strange
mask
land.
doesn't slide down his neck.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Little down mask holder.
That's right.
Help me take this mask off.
You can
But
be
you'll
evil
die.
and
I have
practical.
rights.
Yeah. So we're sitting here asking all these questions. Is there anything? What do you want to talk about? Have you come with an agenda? What's going on?
Oh, I didn't expect to be first, so I don't
Oh
know.
my goodness.
The two
Yeah.
of them
You were
demanded
just planning on
inquisition.
reacting to what other people said.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally finished work, signed out of one Zoom account and into the other, and here we are.
Oh my goodness. How are you doing with Zoom fatigue? I mean, we're 2 years in now.
I know it's a lot. It's a lot. Today I have not been on Zoom very much, which has
Okay.
been nice. Yeah, some days it's all Zoom. Today was like a 1 hour, and then I had a bit of a break, so not too bad. Also, it's really, it's different like being in a work meeting and
Mhm.
talking to, people I like. So Yeah.
Oh well, thank you.
We like you right
Do
back.
you have another
Aw.
call
Stuffed
tonight?
gorillas in the background.
I
That doesn't happen a lot
don't.
for work.
Do I have anything good? I might have something. Hold
If
on.
you want,
Oh,
if
your
you want Hal's
plushies.
apartment, you can have it.
I
can
have
send
I have
that.
a Dana Scully
Oh,
Fun cover.
That is
punk. Yeah,
fantastic.
I like that.
I do have her. I do
Well
not
done.
have a Mulder. I never bought Mulder.
Oh,
So-
That's fine. You're okay.
Yeah, I mean she's the best one, right? So
Sure.
She definitely is.
now she lives
Sure
in
she is.
Britain and does British television
I know.
with a British accent.
with her natural accent.
She's not playing an
Yeah.
American in it.
No, well, she grew up there.
Did she-
So
oh, she did.
That's actually that's
Oh,
her
I didn't know
real
that.
voice.
Yeah.
I thought that was like when Benedict Cumberbatch comes here and Doctor Strange has an American accent. I was like, yeah, we'll send some of ours over there and they can
Yeah.
do British accents.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's maybe cheating though because she lived there as a child. Like she
Yeah.
learned to talk in Britain. So
That's
I think
fair.
that's her real voice. And then the American one is well, actually, I am friends with the woman who was her dialogue coach when she was on the X Files because that filmed here.
Oh, no
Um,
kidding.
Oh yeah.
So a woman named Robin Douglas was her dialogue coach for like 5 years, and most of her job was trying to make Jillian sound as American as possible.
Really?
Wow. What was the secret? What was was there a hook?
I never asked. I should have asked.
Stop
Yeah,
at
I don't know.
McDonald's on the way to work.
Maybe. The other half was
Fingers
looking
on
up like medical terminology. So she looked
Yeah.
up medical things to find out what they meant, and she taught her how to sound American.
I wonder how many of the medical things she looked up were just made up alien crap, though, for the show. They're like, I don't know what a fluxator is. I can't find it in any of these medical journals.
But research then would have been far different. There was no internet to research when they
Not
were doing
really,
the bulk
no.
of that
Yeah.
X Files
Yeah.
research.
We had books back then.
We had
in
books.
the 90s, kids.
She had to go to the
Circle.
library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to the library and you would use the card catalog
Uh-huh.
and you would not be able to decide. I can't decipher it. I know we actually have real honest to goodness librarians who I'm sure understand that system perfectly, but for me it never made sense.
Yeah, I know there is a Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
But
is it
I
is
don't
it
know it.
universal? Is the Dewey Decimal System universal? So like
Yes.
this book will always be 791.82, which I believe was the number of my favorite section in my school library as a kid.
If they're using
Which
the Dewey
was
Decimal
what?
System,
Yeah.
then it's
Theater.
universal.
Oh, of course.
Theater
yeah.
and arts and
The old
movie
Spelling
making.
books.
You know
Yeah.
what? If Kate comes on, Kate's a librarian, right? She'll
Yeah.
She
know.
is.
She
Yeah.
is.
Researcher Kate McManus.
That's right.
Is
Yeah,
it still
I think
in
it's
use,
universal.
though? I mean, surely there's no card catalogs anywhere. That's all been digitized.
Well,
It's all
Ken,
digitized, yeah. But when
Hold
you go
on.
to the library, there are still numbers.
Oh, Mark, are you in a library right now?
Maybe. I mean, he's
Does he go-
pretending to be in Hal's apartment.
Yeah.
He's
He
not-
could be anywhere. Like I'm pretending to be at Largo.
Would it be weird if Hal was actually in Mark's apartment and Mark was pretending to be in Hal's?
I know I have a
That
picture
would
of
be
this
very
card
but he's
good.
but he's
somewhere.
actually in Hal's.
can't
right now?
find it.
Or maybe they switched apartments.
We did.
Maybe
This
Hal's and
apartment
Mark's and Mark's
swap.
and Hal's.
Hal's in
Yeah.
my apart- yeah.
Yeah.
I know I have a box of old Library of Congress card catalog cards that I
Oh,
just
nice.
recently got. Because they got rid of that system and
Did you
It's
get
sad.
a specific section of cards?
no, it's I hadn't even opened it yet. It was still in the plastic. So I
Also,
was gonna
did you-
open it up, but
So-
my unboxing isn't gonna happen because I can't find it.
I was gonna say
Damn
you
it.
went off camera to just see if something was there and then came back.
No, I
got
thought
it.
it was on. I thought it was on this shelf
You
up
would
here.
be really
Mhm.
crap at National Treasure.
How
Oh,
Wow.
dare you?
mean.
That's
You know what? I'm
uncomfortable.
going to prove you wrong,
I
Ken.
lost my
I'm going to
Library
steal
of
the
Congress
Declaration
cards.
of Independence.
I'm not
Can I
helping.
come?
None
I
of
wanna
it's in your
play.
apartment.
Please.
Just for the sake, I'm not
Cool.
helping. For the sake, this is just an official statement of
Nope,
non-involvement.
Hal,
not-
no, Stevie, you're Diane Kruger, and Hal, you're
Yes.
the kid from the kid that
Justin
stays on the
Bartha?
roof. Yeah, Justin Bartha, the kid that stays on the roof in The Hangover.
That's my cell phone. That's
Oh, I'm so in.
That's your Justin Bartha. Hal can do any impression you ask him to do.
That's right. Any impression.
Donald
Ready,
Duck.
go.
What was that?
Donald Duck.
Adele,
Pretty good.
Rolling in the deep.
pretty dead. Yeah,
Very
pretty dead
good.
on.
Very good.
Ridiculous. Is anything going on up in the Great White North acting wise? Is it picking back up? Is there
It's
theaters?
chugging
Is
along.
Zoom theater? Like, what's happening?
There was some Zoom theater, not a ton.
Yeah.
I think part of the problem here is that most of our smaller theater companies don't have their own buildings.
Oh.
So they don't, like, there's no central place for them to do anything.
Right.
So I watched a fair amount of American Zoom theater.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not, it's coming back. It's coming
Yeah.
back.
Good.
And the film industry has kind of been chugging along. I've been out of it because of the pandemic for a while.
Yeah.
And I was just getting ready to go back, and then this happened. So,
Yeah.
I thought probably I should be able to walk before I went back. So
That's fair.
getting there.
Yeah.
Getting
Or you can
close.
just play villains with canes.
I could, yeah.
Right.
Or if they would let me sit in a wheelchair, or
There you go.
yeah, I'm back
Yeah.
on 2 feet now. I'm not very fast at the
Yeah.
moment, but I can.
Neither are we.
Well,
There we go.
That means
So
you
it's
get to be just menacing. You
Ooh,
just get to
yeah,
sit there.
Yeah. Just slowly.
raise an eyebrow, and
yeah.
I
well,
like that.
I
Steven,
don't think
we're
I'm
gonna-
scary enough.
Yeah, we're gonna cut you loose. And we're
Okay.
gonna bring in Kate for some library talk.
we're
But
bringing
thank
Ooh,
you for
library
bringing
talk.
I want to know about the Dewey Decimal System. So
Yes. Stay
yeah.
tuned and learn all about the Dewey Decimal System and where it is and what it is.
Yeah.
And thanks
awesome.
for-
And where
thanks
it's
for coming
not and
hanging
why
out.
it's not.
Yeah. It's so
Yeah,
good to
thanks
see
for
you.
having me come and
Yeah.
hang out. It was nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
You too.
I will be over in the chat.
Please
See you
do. Or at Largo.
That too.
We'll see you
yeah.
at Largo.
Okay.
We'll be in the courtyard.
Oh,
Bye, guys.
Bye.
such a
Yes.
delight.
Yes, always a delight. Let's
Right.
all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's
All
get
right.
into it.
Researcher Kate McMahon's going to be like, all right, you idiot.
Kate, get on here.
It's like one of those fast improv nights, right? You hear the ding, you move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Whenever we get something right, it's because of you, Kate.
Exactly.
If we get it wrong, it's Mark's fault.
If we get, hey,
I like this logic. Hello.
hi.
Hello.
Mark, were you perhaps talking about checkout slips?
Yeah.
Is that yes? That no. It was card catalog card. It was actual.
okay, actual
like,
card catalog.
physical,
But that
like, yeah.
slip. Oh, the
I
checkout
used to have
slips.
some of those.
Those
They
are
still
amazing.
make these. This is
I
a new
love
pack from
those.
Demco.
But
That was my
but are they
favorite
still
at my
used?
Pardon?
Do you still do the stamping on it and everything?
It depends on the library. Most people
thought
use
you-
what's
it's a
called
scan.
most people use what's called an LIS, which is an integrated library system, which is what hooks up your catalog to your checkout system. It does other things too, but that's like
Yeah.
the main thing.
Do libraries
like
have
those
self-checkout
cards.
yet?
Pardon?
Do libraries have self-checkout like supermarkets yet, where you can just go scan the book?
Some
yourself?
do, especially post-pandemic or mid-pandemic. Yeah.
I loved those slips, especially in school. I went to one of those schools that was K through 12. So once you got to
Yeah.
upper school, to take out a book, any book, and see that card was, I mean, every one of those, every one of those checkout slips is a history of every time
Yeah,
somebody.
I
like, you
love
just get
that.
to see how popular a book was, how often it's, sometimes it's stamped all over the place, sometimes it's stamped a couple times. When it's at your school and you're there for a long time, all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is they graduated 2 years ago. I remember them. It's cool that it's just another form of asynchronous connection that we can have with people
Mhm.
that I love.
I love your nostalgia, but that really changed because of the Patriot Act. We stopped keeping
That's
those
not my
records
fault.
for that reason. We were like, oh, we
Mm.
don't actually want the government to know what books people have checked out.
I guess that's fair.
That's
I
yeah.
can
That's
see how it
probably
would
a
be
good
bad.
idea.
We're kind of into privacy. But
We
to
had
answer
in-
your question, Mark, we do the Dewey Decimal and what I use as Library of Congress are the same across most libraries. They use
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Wh-
I
how does
liked,
it work?
what, Hal?
I was asking how it works, but what do you like, Mark? Tell me. all of
No,
us.
I was going to say I like, and when I was a kid, our library in school had some books that were crazy old.
Mhm.
Because this would have been like late 80s, early 90s, but there were books in there, and the school had been around since the 60s. So there were some books in there that didn't get a lot of love. Not a lot of people opened them up, and you would open up and there'd be a yellowed card, and they're like, "Oh, this was last checked out 26 years ago. No one has read this book in that long." And I love that. It was like a little bit of history just
Mm.
from the building.
I was in elementary school. It was when the Titanic was discovered, the where the location was.
Nice.
So I was a huge Titanic fan. And
86, yeah.
and Walter Lord's A Night to Remember
Yep.
was
I'm
in the
familiar.
library, the school library. So all through elementary school, I checked it out, and they were demolishing my elementary school at the end of our school year. We were the last
Do you have the
fifth
book?
grade class. The
Did you steal it?
librarian, no, the librarian, as the last to library said, "We have 3 full cards of just you in this book.
It's yours.
You can have it."
Oh,
That
that's so
is
sweet.
So great.
And
Where
so
is
I
it?
have that copy.
Are you picking it
of-
up? You're looking down. Where is it?
No, I don't know.
It's under his desk.
It is
He
in the
literally
room.
looked down and went, "I have that copy."
I'm looking
Somewhere.
at like the piles of books in different areas
Mhm.
around the room. Like it's got to be in there somewhere.
Those are just functioning as pedestals for assorted toy sculptures.
It is
Yeah.
on the shelf in another room, but I do have my library copy of.
My dad's a big shipwreck fan, so I feel that Titanic love.
Yeah.
I feel it real hard.
Like
There's
how big a
actually-
shipwreck fan? Like he's aiming laser pointers at captains and stuff.
There's a shipwreck right here.
Just reckon
called
the
the
Edmund
Madeira?
Fitzgerald.
Oh,
That's why they built this lighthouse, which is Split Rock Lighthouse.
Where is that?
Lake Superior. This is north of Two Harbors. Well, northeast because of how the lakeshore goes.
Mhm.
I know a lot of facts about this, but the Madeira sank in a pretty famous storm called the Mataafa storm. It's the only storm they really named.
And every storm
and
season,
every
you can
single
find her
person
father
except
spray
one
painting the
di-
light.
every single person survived except one dude. So pretty good
wow.
track record.
you
But
know
it's
what's
like 60
occurring-
feet down.
You know what's occurring to me right now? We've
We
never
should
done
go on a
this
treasure hunt.
before. If you're
There's
into
no
a cake,
treasure. They stripped it.
W-
There's nothing left.
We
I
should
mean,
do
the wheelhouse is there.
we should do a show sometime when you're available where you do live research for us. So if we can ask you if we're right or wrong about something, and you
That
can,
would be delightful.
let's make that happen. I feel like we've never
That
done
would
it
be
before.
I would
really
love
fun.
I would love a live Kate McManus episode.
That would
You-
be really fun.
Done.
Especially if it was like something I kind of already knew about. So I could just be like, oh my God.
All right, what
Yeah,
are you
that's what we'll
what are
do.
you geeking out over right now?
Yeah.
Right now,
Mhm.
my current hyperfixation since the news changed again, I've been rewatching Doctor Who, so that's been
Mhm.
fun. I'm always obsessed like with anything Robin Hood. I have always loved.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah. Like,
like
went to
that.
Nottingham, thought about going to grad school in Nottingham before
No
I went to
kidding.
library school. I was like, maybe I'll get a master's in history and then didn't do that. Yeah, Lake Superior shipwrecks. I don't know, a weird random stuff.
I love that.
Just
Kate, we
so
do have a
weird.
question for you from
Oh.
Stevie. Library question. What was the machine called that they used to run the checkout slips through when you took out a book? Do you recall a machine that they would run the checkout slips
No,
through?
that sounds older than me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was it maybe a collator?
How much older was it? Like a pterodactyl, like
No,
Flintstone
no.
style?
Oh yeah, it's a living.
I mean, stuff like that
That
got
celebrates
phased
the
out. So I've
snow.
never worked in a library that had those.
Hopefully, people were saying my volume was a little low. You all can hear me fine, right?
But yeah, I
Uh-huh.
did not do a volume
Well,
check.
let me know in
Almost
the
too much.
chat.
Almost.
Oh, it just got better. It just got better.
Almost as
Nope, there it is again.
I have so many other things I could be doing tonight.
So researcher Kate McManus,
Yeah.
let me ask you this.
What's
What
up?
can you tell us something fascinating about Robin Hood that we don't know? Like, was Robin Hood a real person? Was the Sheriff of Nottingham really a monster? Is this all legend?
It's okay. So it's
Was
so
Prince
old.
John a leopard?
it's so old that it might, the original jests, which are like medieval, like poems and ballads and stuff,
Mhm.
might be based on like a bunch of different dudes, but we don't really have those records. It's hard to say. Probably not an actual dude named Robin Hood. It probably just rhymes really well with a lot of things.
Right.
And it's what's really interesting is like depending which version you read, like it could be set in it's not always set during King Richard's reign. Sometimes it's Henry II, sometimes it's one of the Edwards. Like it just kind of depends. Friar Tuck and Maid Marian are relatively newish. They kind of showed up around the 14th century. Like it evolves.
Like
Like
we're
every
moving
time
into
you
the
tell
fourth season, and we need some new characters to.
yeah,
right.
in the
basically,
story.
or like you become more like, okay, so there's this dude, but does he have a girlfriend? Like those kinds of things.
Yeah.
They just kind of get added in. So you get a lot more religious tones. Then you get the Victorians who, oh my God, don't get me started. Like they
ruined a lot of stuff. They put fig leaves
oh my
on a
God,
lot of
they ruined
things.
everything.
Yeah.
A lot of our ideas
Yeah.
of what medieval history is are actually just Victorians' ideals of what it should have been. And you're
Really?
like, no. Yeah. Really,
Well, that whole sense
really-
of chivalry.
Oh yeah,
really-
totally made up.
Yeah.
Totally
What?
made up by Victorians. Yeah. It's the historiography of just what the Victorians screwed up drives me insane.
Oof.
Sorry, I also have a degree in history.
There you go. Hey,
So
didn't they also cork up all of the peeing fountains in Europe? Like that
No
seems like a
idea.
very Victorian thing. Like,
Could
that
be.
fountain's peeing. Cork it up. No more peeing out of that fountain for that cherub.
I mean,
Cork it
when
up.
I say Victorian, I specifically mean like British Victorian.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe.
So
I
it wouldn't be.
don't know.
I guess they didn't have that influence all over Europe. The Victorians aren't going to march into France and be like,
Well, they
"Really?
did.
I never."
Yeah, they did go in there.
They
Yeah.
did if you were a person of color.
Mhm.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, the
I
British
gotta be-
Empire.
But wasn't that whole also rise of chivalry and establishing those legends and the Arthurian legends in that period came out of the whole classicism that was
Oh
on the
yeah,
rise, and
totally. Yeah, and you can see it in the architecture. Like they have like
we had like
the
Bullfinch's
Houses of Commons,
mythology,
for instance. Yeah.
you know, wanting to make sure it codified a lot of this.
Oh, totally. Especially like the inner and outer sphere of like domesticity and like the outer world where men get to go. Anyway, sorry, I'm boring everyone, but
No, that
yeah.
was another book.
We don't
checked
care.
out.
This is fascinating to us, and
Yeah.
this is our show.
I checked out Night to Remember and Bullfinch's Mythology were the two books that I
Have you read Shipwrecks? Have you read Dead Wake by Eric Larson?
no.
It's about the Lusitania. It's so good.
Oh, the
it's
sinking
so
of
good.
Lusitania is a fascinating story in itself.
Oh,
That was
it's
the
really
one that we sunk, right?
good. No.
That was what was the ship that we sunk in the harbor? No, that was the Maine, right? Where we
Remember the
sunk it and
Maine.
said it was Spain so that we could
Remember,
start a war.
remember the Maine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lusitania sunk off the coast of Ireland.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, the Maine
Yeah.
was the Spanish-American War.
Right.
Yeah. This is World War One.
I was in I was at the Smithsonian and some people
Ooh.
came by and in the
Which one?
American history, and there was the
Oh, nice.
exhibit where they had the newspaper headline where Spain sinks Maine. And I'm
Mm.
walking by, and this couple I think they were English, come by and they're like, they're still telling that story. That was all I heard as they walked past me looking at that. And I was like, oh, ouch. That hurts.
Yeah.
And the Lusitania sunk in what, 18 minutes? Isn't that
Yeah,
what the-
really fast, under 20. So sorry about your lifeboats not working. That's the
All
thing
right.
about like maritime history too, is like now we have all these lifeboats and you can't get to them in time. It's not.
Yeah. That's why
no
if you
good.
go on a cruise, you should always carry a old man from up quantity of helium balloons in your
Mhm.
room.
That's true.
And then if the ship starts to sink, you just grab those balloons and
Or it's just
Cut 'em
we're
in.
still in the middle of a pandemic and none of us should be on cruise ships.
that's true.
Yeah, that's fair. Also,
Yeah.
probably a good idea to not do that.
Gross.
It's a great way to make sure you don't sink in a boat is to not go on it.
That's fair.
Plus all the other things. I mean, I remember going on the Joko cruise
Mhm.
in 2017
Thinking, I'm
Mhm.
going to
and then
sink
being
this.
like, you have to wash your hands all the time because you will get sick. And people did get sick. I did
Mhm.
not. Why? Constantly washing my hands.
and never left his
Constantly
cabin.
Keeping them clean. No, I left the cabin. The food was out.
You had-
Mark will
buffets.
tell you. I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
leave
the food.
ship
I
as
love the
much.
cruise. I love the cruise because the Joko cruise had the food. Hal, you had was
I
it daily?
recommend I recommend living in Minnesota and having parents with a boat because then you can go to this lake all the time.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
And
that
then you
is
can eat-
nice.
You can eat the
It's
fruit
real
on it.
nice. I very
that's-
much love this lake.
Which lake is it?
Superior.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it is
Well,
well, the
that's-
Edmund Fitzgerald Lake.
Oh yeah, that's like
the
that's
other side.
way east of
Further.
here.
It's a big,
Right.
it's a big
Way
lake.
east of here. It's a big lake. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've heard.
I mean, it's an inland ocean, essentially.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Anyway,
I know
if there are
my
other people,
lakes.
sorry.
I know my lakes.
You
I love
do.
my lakes.
Wait, Mark,
Um,
what did I do on the cruise ship every day?
Was it
Wash
every
your
day that you did
hands?
it, or just once? The basketball with Hal.
I think
In
we
the
did that
I
a
would-
couple times because
I thought that was funny that it was that there was a big net around it, and I was like, yeah, I've made some basketball shots that would have ended that game.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
be like, yeah, ding. Okay, I guess we have to go do something else now, everybody, because
Yep.
that ball is in the ocean.
they would have all been lost.
No, well,
Lost at sea. A bunch of Wilsons just floating out there.
You
put
didn't
my
join-
handprint on
you
him and a
didn't
little
join
feather.
Hal at all for
Yeah.
any of his basketball sessions?
Oh,
Yeah.
please. I was smoking back then. I didn't have the wind power for that.
You were there though. You came to
I did. I
watch.
could, and I stood outside the netting.
Yeah.
And watched, just cheering Hal on.
It's dangerous in there. I
It
didn't have
is.
the wind either, and I don't smoke.
Well, Kate McManus, it is so
Yeah.
lovely to see you.
Yes.
Anytime you have library
thank you.
questions,
We will.
but
we
I'll
will
let
hit
you
up.
go on to the next guest. So
You're amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you for
stopping by, and
everything
we
you do for
will-
the show.
we will do
Public
live
thanks for
research.
everything.
We will do live research with you. We will
That
do
would be
that
so
for an episode.
fun.
We'll get it
I'd love
scheduled.
that would be absolutely insane.
Yes.
Keep me posted.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye, Kate.
I didn't do
Good.
basket. I thought for sure when you were saying you did every day, I thought you were going to mention like a food item I ate.
No, no,
Like,
no.
I
I
saw
thought it was.
you
I thought it was
load up-
basketball. I thought it was like a daily thing. Was basketball with Hal, and it was just like
I think we only did it a couple times.
Yeah.
Craig and I would go up there and like that was like a little bit exercise. with you
maybe
guys.
they added that on, like because you guys were already up there so much that they were
I
like.
think I offered to do it. I think I offered.
Mark, they'd like to
thinking
see
no one
your
will show
shirt,
up.
by the way. They like what shirt you're wearing today? Thrilling Adventure.
Oh, there you go.
What vintage is that? How old is that?
This
shirt?
is 2015, 2016, something
That's
like
around
that.
the time of the
No, no, no,
movie came
24.
out. 14.
Yeah, it was when
15?
we were doing because this
13,
was
14?
the logo for the movie, so that would have been 14.
So 13, 14.
Look, man,
my
I will
goodness.
rep anytime I can.
You will.
While
I
we're waiting on the
almost-
next person, I'm gonna get a refill.
I almost threw out my old original Thrilling Adventure Hour t-shirt because you can't tell what the logo is anymore. You can go ahead and get a drink, Mark. I'm
Alright,
just
hold on,
gonna
I'll be right
I'm
back.
just gonna talk. You can't tell what the logo is anymore, and it's torn. Like it's that shirt is willing itself to stay together.
What's
and
the
I was
oldest
like,
shirt
don't-
in your collection right now?
The oldest?
The
I have
oldest shirt
older
that's
shirts,
still
but-
functional.
I have older shirts that I don't wear as often that are fine. This one has been worn. Famously, I wear like 7 shirts, 5 to 7 shirts. And
Avengers,
so Avengers,
Captain America,
Captain America, yes.
Philly, the Philly special.
I do have a bunch.
That's
of
a
those. I
rare
haven't worn them
occasion.
in
Philly
forever.
special is rare occasions, but an
Yes.
Eagle shirt, there's a lot of that
It's
one.
been a
Eagle shirts.
while, but I have seen you in a This Is My House shirt.
Yes, I still have that one.
I have my
That
This
one's
Is My
fine.
House shirt. Man, I gotta get to the gym before I can fit into my This Is My House shirt again.
You and me both. You and me both.
It has been hello COVID the 19. It's like the freshman 15, the COVID 19.
But I almost threw out my Thrilling Adventure Hour shirt just because you couldn't tell what it was anymore and it was falling apart. And then Jennifer said, "No, don't throw it away."
Yeah, that dude.
And
There's
so-
got to still be a Planet Hollywood.
And so we kept it. So if you
Can you frame it like one
That
of those
shirt-
collectible jerseys and
couldn't
hang it
even-
behind you?
Yeah,
Mark does a smart thing, which is he makes like a quilt out of old t-shirts. He makes like a blanket out of it, which is
I did.
brilliant.
when I turned 40, I did my first 40 years, and I took all of my like childhood and
Mhm.
plays and all that stuff, and I made I actually had to get rid of a bunch of them. And I still had 64 shirts. So the only one I could get was the king size, which is way too big for my bed.
You'll have one eventually, though. King size eventually.
A king size bed.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know that I need a king size bed. I like a queen size bed.
Yeah, you do now,
Yeah.
but someday you might have a king size bed. And it's always
That's
good to have
true.
a blanket that's bigger than you need.
That is true.
Better
It is
than small.
great for just sitting on the couch and watching a movie
Yeah, you
and
can
just like,
swallow yourself in it. Yeah.
I am in a fort.
But that
Yeah.
shirt, I've never done that. And I wear that. I've worn that shirt enough that it's like, you just can't even tell what it is anymore. But Jennifer has saved it. So for anybody who was concerned about that shirt, you can thank Jennifer the hero who saved my shirt. Thank you, Jennifer.
We can thank Jennifer for lots of things. Thank you, Jennifer.
Yes, we thank her for many things
Yeah.
every single day, not the least of which is saving that shirt.
Maybe
it's
the
the
least of
least.
which.
But
Maybe
It's
it is
probably the least of which.
But
probably
what
is.
what is the oldest still functional shirt in your collection that you will never wear again because you would be embarrassed to wear it
Me?
because of what's on it? Like, is there anything that's like,
No, not really.
don't know if I'll wear my Milli Vanilli shirt.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Milli
one of-
Vanilli shirt
any
would
of
be
those, like-
amazing. Are you kidding?
I don't have any shirts that are like female body inspector. I don't have any shirts like that because I've never thought that those were.
You never
funny.
shopped at Spencer's or on the shore?
I mean, I have a shirt from when I went to see Tenacious D play that says like meat sauce on it, and it's like a weird design that I just wouldn't wear a lot, but not because I'm
Yeah.
embarrassed. It doesn't feel like a shirt I want to wear that often.
Yeah.
Are you two ready to bring in our next person of the
Yes.
world?
Sure. I would love
Of
to.
course.
How would you, or Mark, would you like to introduce who's coming in?
I don't know who's coming in.
I'll tell
Oh,
you when we drop an episode, I know that there's a review coming, and I'm always on pins and needles to see what it's going to be from Shelly Godefrin.
Yeah.
who's
What's up,
about to join
Shelly?
us. Here comes Shelly.
Shelly, what did we do? What did we do?
I'm waiting. Go ahead, Shelly. Come on. Let's do this.
Lay it on us.
Let's get into it.
Why do I have?
It's because an episode drops, and I know you're gonna go like they got it wrong. They did this. Like you're in
Yeah.
there, which I love. Like, thrills me to no end because I know that you care and that you enjoy the experience of it, agreed or disagreed. So I just
and I enjoy it because I also agree that they're wrong.
That's
always,
fair.
dude,
Oh,
are in lockstep.
I don't know if I'm happy that I have this reputation,
You should.
but I am.
It's a good
Yes,
reputation.
good.
Yeah.
I truly am. Yeah.
That's
Cheers.
right. Own it. How are you?
Cheers. I'm
Oh, cheers.
good. It's been a week, so I'm happy this is happening because otherwise I would be drinking alone.
Yeah.
And that's just sad. So
We can't let that happen.
No, we
never.
won't allow it.
Is anything you want to talk about that
Yeah.
has made it been a week?
Oh, I mean, since it's just really busy, which is good because it means theater's happening because I work at Actors Equity.
Mhm.
So
Great.
I don't want to complain about being busy considering what we've been through the past couple years.
Yeah,
It's
no
just-
kidding.
It's been a lot. So,
I get it.
but I am going to go down to the river tomorrow and see it getting dyed. So I'm super excited.
See
oh,
what?
that's right.
The
It's time to
Chicago
dye the
River, they're dyeing it tomorrow. They're dyeing it green,
Oh, that's
which is why I got green in my background right now.
They're
How long is
isn't
that
it kind of
process? How long does that
It's
take?
like a vegetable dye. In the
Yeah.
plumbers union, they do it. It's like an orange dye that turns the water green, and it eventually dissipates depending on, I guess, the weather. Like I've seen it there like a week after, and it's still green, which is weird.
See, I went to school at DePaul and I would go down to the river, and the river always kind of looked green anyway.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I could never tell whether it was the dye that they had added or if it was just
To be
algae
fair,
bloom.
when you would go down to the river, you were probably a little green as well.
That's true. Look, I as a young college buck, I was green in many ways, my friend. Green
I'm
in
really
many
excited
ways.
because I've never actually seen them dye it because I've always lived up north and didn't want to deal with, commuting. But now I live
Yeah.
like 2 blocks away, so
Do you really?
yeah.
Are you
I live in
downtown?
Toledo. I live right by Navy Pier.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's
Wait,
awesome.
are you in the Oprah buildings?
No, God, no. I'm actually like the last building before you hit Lakeshore and then Navy
Uh-huh.
Pier. That's where I
Okay.
am.
That's so
Yeah,
awesome.
But I'm on
oh,
the
I miss
43rd
Chicago.
floor and I have the great skyline view. I'm looking west, so I love it. I lucked out with this apartment, seriously.
All right. Can I give you a question that we are not collectively equipped to answer on? We got this, but I
Mm.
think you might be equipped to answer.
Okay.
Best Chicago equity house. I know. That's
Sorry.
okay. We swear a lot.
I hope there's no like.
Okay,
children
I knew
listening.
somebody was going to. I'm glad it
Is
wasn't
there, like
me.
is there like a virtual swear jar? I need to put like a
It's fine,
book in or
it's fine.
something? Oh,
Because you've got the
Honestly-
Goodman, Steppenwolf, Chicago Shakes.
mhm.
Who else is huge and crush? Looking Glass
Looking
was
Glass is huge, and then you have
Yeah.
all the Broadway and Chicago houses.
Right.
Like I just saw the play that goes wrong.
so
um,
fun.
It was
So fun. So
I saw
funny.
Frozen a couple months ago. I'm going to see 6 when it comes through.
I'm
this
so curious
spring.
about 6.
You never seen it?
No, but I've heard the music, and I'm not a huge fan of the music, but
Oh, Mark.
the music sounds like a Wikipedia entry with a Casio behind it to me.
No. I saw it because they were at Chicago Shakespeare Theater. I don't know if there was like official pre-Broadway tryout,
Yeah.
but a friend of mine got me tickets. I was in third row center, and I'm like, I had no expectation.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be stupid too, but seriously, like those girls are.
You got
amazing.
Crazy belters in that show.
Yeah, so
Crazy
good.
brilliant belters in that show. And also third row center is probably you're getting the best version of that show.
Yeah,
But that
that's why
doesn't
I'm
get you
a-
off the hook. You have to pick one of the theaters.
Okay. I mean, I kind of have to say Chicago Shakes because I worked there for 6.5 years.
There you go.
So they always had some of my favorite shows. Like I saw The Tempest, which was partly directed by Teller from Penn and Teller.
Awesome.
So
wow.
they had like a ton of magic in it, which was amazing.
It must be hard for him to direct
because he doesn't talk.
silently. Yeah.
He's actually a very nice person.
He
Philadelphia
just didn't
native.
want to talk to you, Mark.
Yeah,
Right?
wait a minute. He's silent in his act and in our conversations.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So so they just put a bunch of cool magic in there and
Yeah. And the guy who played Ariel does like really good close-up magic. But the funny
Ooh.
thing is, like, he was doing some card tricks and he throws it in the audience. So people collected them, but he accidentally hit, like, somehow ninja started into the lady's forehead.
Oh no.
like
And she
into like
came
it
up-
stayed.
Yeah, like, no,
Like-
like,
like
it cut
you-
her.
Like you, Ricky Jade.
Yeah, it just like 1 in a million, chance that it would cut her on the forehead. So she comes to the box office after the show. She's like, I got cut by the card. And I'm like, well, that sucks, but what do you want me to do? Like I don't know if she was looking for I think we refunded her ticket just
Yeah.
because we were that theater. But I'm like, but she kind of stood there after that. And I'm like, what, do you need a Band-Aid? Like, are you looking for some extra compensation? Like, what do
Yeah.
you want me to do?
You want to
like
like
it.
the show?
On behalf of this theater, please take this Band-Aid with our thanks.
Right. And I told the actor after that, he was like, oh my God. But he still
Oh,
threw it in
man.
the audience because
I do love that theater. I love the shape of that theater. The way that it harkens back to the old Globe and like it's
yeah.
And plus it's
I
Navy
mean-
Pier. It's beautiful.
I have PTSD about Navy Pier.
Well, that's fair.
Have I ever told the story? Maybe Shelly, you'll remember. If not, I think this will be enjoyable. When I first got out of college, I was an apprentice at the Ardent Theater in Philadelphia, and they were doing. They opened their season with Cat on a Hot Tin Roof in the round, and the apprentices. We were apprentices. The apprentices would all cycle around what they did. So I was working the box office, and at the end of the show, people were coming out and complaining because a guy had been sitting and snoring audibly during the show. Like there were complaints at intermission and then complaints after the second act. The actors weren't like, nobody was happy. Turns out the person snoring was my cousin. Did not know he was there. Adult cousin, like my father's first cousin.
Yeah.
But
you
he had
kicked
been
Your
those
there.
father's worst cousin.
And I had to go, yeah, that guy's terrible. We shouldn't let him in here anymore. Shouldn't allow that.
That's when
this
you let them
theater.
watch the stream in the lobby. It's like, if you're gonna sit here
Yeah.
and snore, like, get out of my theater.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here's
by
a
the-
question for all
Yeah.
three of you.
Mhm.
Don't have to name names, but what was the most dangerous theater you worked in? What can
The-
you recall what the most dangerous theater is?
The physical theater itself, like the
Yeah, like the one that you most thought I might not make it out of here.
oh man. I've done some comedy shows in some shady places. But I'd say as far as dangerous theaters go, the Hyperion Theater at Disney California Adventure. Kelsey Grammer fell off of that stage into the orchestra
It
pit. They
wasn't the
tried to kill
stage's fault.
Frasier.
It
They tried to
wasn't the
kill
stage's
Frasier.
Oh my.
Oh my.
But I mean, was that the theater's fault?
No, there's a
Yeah.
line across
Yeah.
the
He
bottom.
wasn't
Yeah.
paying
It's
attention.
like, come on, like, yeah.
Can
look
you
down.
blame theater for that?
Yeah.
Capital TRE theater?
Yeah.
No, I don't blame the concept of theater. I blame Kelsey Grammer for walking and not seeing the little red line on the stage.
Ken,
But
are
you
you
know-
fishing for Spreckles, where we were doing Philly Adventure Hour in front of the set for another show that I think was made of like razor
Mixtape the
blades,
musical.
Oh, that's
razor
right. It
blades
was
and-
Mixtape the musical
yeah,
behind
It was
us.
just like, what if we made a bunch of flats with the sharpest possible angles, and they were all
Mhm.
pointing out down
It was like all grid work.
Yeah,
was like
and then you
grid
had
work.
to come. Then you had to come out in front of it.
If
We
ever,
weren't
if they,
standing on it. We
if-
couldn't use it. We couldn't stand on it at all. So you
It
had to come
says-
around it, and it would clip you.
Yeah,
Is
it
this was
someone
a
brought-
thrilling adventure hour road show that we did.
San
In
Diego.
San
Comic-Con.
Diego.
San Diego
Yes.
Comic Con. There was the set of a play behind us. What was it called?
Mixtape.
Mixtape the musical. There
It-
was a giant boom box. Was like a
it looked
set
like
piece on
someone
it.
brought the artwork on a Trapper Keeper to life.
You know what? I did do a production of Romeo and Juliet once that took place post-apocalypse, and the entire set was just made out of jagged pieces of metal that looked slapped together. So that was kind of scary, but it was a great set. It was a beautiful set.
Yikes.
I imagine the set for Cats is probably full of hazards, just giant versions of junk.
That high school one you did looked pretty dangerous, Hal. You were all over the place on that. What was
Which-
the
which
apple
one?
tree? Or what was the one you did?
What, apple tree? That's nothing. Oh,
That's you on stage with a stool, wasn't
I
it?
was wearing boxers. I think I was sitting on a cube. I think it was a cube.
Yeah,
It
there
a
was, like,
cube or like a
weird-
hastily, not hastily, but like a built. Like we have some leftover lumber. We're building a stool. They were well made. They weren't shoddy at all. There's nothing dangerous there. What
Shelley,
did you
what's the
see
most dangerous theater in Chicago? I know there's some north off loop theaters that have where like the cubes that they're sitting on have like been graffitied.
I mean, I really have to be careful in how I discuss this because working for Actors Equity, I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Honestly, though, just working at Shakespeare in the box office, dealing with those patrons, I once, because being on Navy Pier, parking's a bitch.
Yeah.
And people were always late because of that and mad at us because they don't know how to,
Yeah.
park essentially. And so one time this lady barreled through me at the door and literally pushed me over. And I was like, all right, this is fun. I do not get paid enough for this.
Pushed you
Oh.
like you were ushering and she pushed you
Yeah,
over?
I was the greeter at the door, just welcoming everybody in, and she was late and mad at me apparently because I made her late, and she just pushed me away, and I lost my balance and just fell. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on my break. I'm
Oh
done.
my god.
Welcome.
Right? Like, welcome to show.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when you go backstage and you find the bucket o' swords because you know that Chicago Shakespeare's got a bucket o' swords backstage.
Oh, they got a whole prop room on the 7th floor there.
Ooh. What's the coolest prop at that theater?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's haunted though. There's a-
The prop itself or the
No,
room?
the prop
Because
room.
if the prop itself is haunted, and you're like, wait, which character are you? Oh, I'm guard number 2. Oh no.
No, the room is haunted because like the front of house managers would have to go and close down every floor.
Yeah.
That's the room. You always heard the noises.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No,
that's just-
thank you.
That's just Ghost Barrel rolling around.
Ghost barrel. Oh, that's the
Oh.
secret hidden Easter egg layer of Donkey Kong or level of Donkey
The
Kong.
Ghost Barrel. The
Ghost
blue
barrel.
barrel is a ghost barrel. Oh, don't roll me. Doesn't
That's
want to be
pretty
part of this.
Ridiculous. Well, thank you for coming and saying hi. It's so nice
Yeah.
to see you. This
Thank
is
you guys for doing this. And
Oh,
again, always advocating for more female guests.
yes, please.
Please.
yes.
Would you like a trivia question before you go?
Ooh, yeah, do you have Golden Girls?
Oh,
is
yeah.
it-
Fool's Gold. Fool's
Go get
Gold,
it.
the Gordon Girls questions.
get
They're
the Golden
such
Girls.
deep cuts.
What do you mean? Go get the.
Go get the gold. Is it here?
It's in another room.
Okay, well,
Go ahead,
ask
Ken.
whatever.
No,
All right, ask
no,
the
no.
ones-
Wait,
which
this
ones
is
you got?
worth
I
it.
watch Jeopardy every day, so I'm here for it.
No one has ever answered one of those Golden Girls questions.
I know.
correct.
Wouldn't
No
it be
one- not a
no,
amazing?
single-
I answered the last one that you read. I knew it, but y'all you don't do trivia with people of the world, and you should, because we like kick your ass every time.
We would
Okay.
get our asses
That's
handed
true.
to us
We
by
would get
people of the world.
destroyed.
Like, yeah. They're all like Hal said at the beginning of this, the people of the
listen,
world are all smarter than us.
I'll be
Yes.
right back. I'll go get it. Hold on.
Yeah,
Go
there you
get
go.
it. He'll cover it up.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh man, I'm bummed that he covered it up because I totally would have made his background my new background.
Yeah, that's
and
why
we
I
could have
covered it
all
up. I know
three made
you.
his background. Or we could have
know
just
you.
like gone through all the toys and seen what was back there. Seen
Oh,
what
I
was
got
different
I got
from
a
last
toy.
time.
This is my
Ooh.
favorite.
Let's see.
Figment.
Oh,
Figment.
Figment.
Oh, that's old school Figment too with the
Oh,
sweater.
that's great.
Yeah, he's my little vintage
Oh, I
Figment.
love that so much.
Aw.
Did you all see those popcorn buckets that like were going for like $600 on eBay?
Wait, Figment popcorn buckets?
Mhm.
No.
We
That's
stood
from
in
the
line for
relaunch,
like
right?
hours recently, and then like immediately, like those eBay resellers were selling them on eBay for like $600.
Was it in the park that they did like a popcorn thing where you could
Yeah,
Was
I mean,
it
they sold
vintage
it in the
stuff,
park
or-
only.
Yeah.
And so the popcorn buckets are huge, but like everybody was dying for that Figment one.
I
hate
still
their
Epcot
lament.
Figment
sorry.
one.
I hate that forced scarcity that Disneyland does. Not popcorn buckets, I understand,
Yeah.
because that's not something you're generally going to buy anywhere but when you're at a park to fill it with popcorn.
Right.
But when they released those Haunted Mansion tiki mugs, and it was like, well, we've got 30 of them, first come, first serve.
Yeah.
You don't
I
have
actually
shot
have
at that.
an alert on eBay for when those prices drop because I want
Really?
Hatbox
But-
Ghost mug.
Mhm.
But Hal,
Ooh.
don't
so
worry.
bad.
They've limited everyone to 74 per customer, so you have a good
Right?
chance.
I have one of my favorite gifts that I gave this Christmas. I got from my dad 3 wine stoppers. It was a set of 3 wine stoppers, and it was the 3 hitchhiking ghosts.
Oh,
Pewter
that's
pewter
good.
versions of the hitchhiking
I thought
ghosts.
the great one
So
would be
fired up.
they're the 3 wise men.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so your question
Okay.
is this is why I need to go to the doctor, the eye doctor. Okay. Which of Rose's uncles died and left her a pig and $100,000 if she cared for it as long as it lived?
I think the pig's name was Baby, so can I get like half credit for that?
Absolutely not. That was
I
Oh,
mean,
you don't know
it's
how
gotta
Ken
be,
does
like,
trivia.
It is some like weird Scandinavian. Is it like, or is it just like Uncle Joe?
I will give you that it is not something simple.
Okay, Uncle like Hergen Flurgen.
If it's Uncle
something.
Hergen Flurgen, I'm gonna be so excited.
Like,
Is it Uncle Bjorn? That's my guess.
or Bjork.
Uncle
Bjorn?
Leaf, Leif.
I'm gonna need a final answer.
Uncle
What's-
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
You're, okay, you
Go
two
for
are going
Bjorn. Go for Bjorn, Shelley.
what
Go
are you
for
going
Bjorn. Go for Bjorn.
Uncle Bjorn.
Yeah.
Which of Rose's uncles died and left her a pig and $100,000 if she cared for it as long as it lived? The answer is Uncle Hingeblotter.
I was close with Hergen Flurgen.
That was even. That was
Uncle
weirdly
Hingeblotter.
close.
I
Yeah.
was close.
That was real close.
Well,
God.
R.I.P. Betty White.
Right.
R.I.P.
well,
the great Betty White.
What?
thank you guys.
Good
Thank
job.
you so
You.
much.
Hey, this was fun.
It's so
Thank
good
you
to
for-
see you.
For coming and saying
Wait
hi.
so long
and-
to do it again.
Yeah, we won't.
We won't.
And we will get more women on the show. We promise. And
I do
please,
volunteers tribute, by the way. Just saying, throwing it out there into the universe.
All right.
love it.
Get me
And-
on for like a
and-
Disney park episode. I'm there.
Oh my God.
And
Do you listen to
maybe-
WDW Radio, my other favorite podcast?
I used to, but he annoys me.
Yeah, just listen to it on 2x speed. It goes by quicker, but you get all the info still.
I listen to like more Disneyland podcasts, which is weird because I grew up in Florida and should be more into world.
You've
But I'm
been
like,
there.
I mean, look behind me. I got the
Disneyland is-
Disneyland
Yeah.
Pretty great.
map behind me and a pennant. So
that's
The
dope.
original.
Awesome.
Maybe
We'll come to
we'll do a-
California and let's go to Disneyland.
Maybe we'll do a People of the
Absolutely.
World trivia. Nice.
yes, let's.
Yeah.
And you know what? We don't even need Mark and Hal for that. Maybe I'll run it and just do
Agreed.
People of the World. Yeah.
There you go.
Agreed.
None
Oh,
taken.
look, do you see how quickly they backed away from that? Hal's like, I'm out. Done.
I said,
Thanks.
fine. I'm into it.
Uh-huh.
Then I can watch from home and pretend like I knew the answers.
Mm.
Well, thank you
Ooh.
for joining
the
us.
pressure.
Thank you guys.
Good to
Thanks,
see you.
Shelley.
Bye.
Take care.
And we have our next to bring in.
Is this
who's
our
been-
is this our final guest?
This is the last request we've had for someone to join us.
So this
All
is
right.
it.
Final one. This is great.
Hal,
This is
you ready
exciting.
to introduce.
Oh, I want you to introduce this one. I'm just gonna sit back and I want to observe.
Why? What's happening?
Here's our guest. Welcome to the call, Kristen Kelly.
Hey. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we can't hear you.
I think. Are you on mute?
No, I'm here.
Oh, there
Oh,
you
there you
are.
go.
Now I can
Can
hear
hear
you.
you.
This is
Hi,
so
Kristen.
exciting. Hi.
How the heck
Hello.
are you?
Oh,
Went
Can you
delay.
can you hear us?
Hi. It's so good to meet you.
It's so good to meet
So
you
good to
too.
meet you
Thanks
too.
for jumping in. This is very, very fun. What you always seem to know every little bit of information
Yep. sit
about
back.
what is going on with us and our show.
With you.
And
I-
me
I-
and
do
stuff
I?
that I've got going on in the world.
Do I know a lot about you?
Yeah, it's
I'm fine.
are
I'm
you
very
in the
happy to be here.
CIA?
No, I definitely no.
That's
Hang
what
on,
someone
you-
who's in the CIA would say,
Yeah.
though, Mark.
But isn't that the rule? It's like the cops with drugs rule. It's like if you're a cop, you have to tell us. If you're in the CIA, you have to tell us.
Yeah.
I think
think
that's
that's
a
how it
rule that
goes.
you just made up.
I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of teen movies, and that's what they always do. You have to tell us.
those teen spy movies.
Yeah, right. Where are you, Kristen? What part of the world are you in?
Florida. Sorry.
Florida. Hey, listen. Gay. I will say it every day. Gay.
Gay.
I can't help
gay.
what's happening. Sorry.
What part of Florida are you in?
Central Florida.
Okay, so you probably know the theme park world as well. Or
Oh
at least
yeah,
some
I've
of
been
it,
to all 4 parks multiple times.
Is that where you got all the information on Mark? Is it floating around the park circuit? The people are
I-
like, have you heard this guy Mark?
Mark is a
Anthony?"
legend.
No. Now that I'm here, I will tell you. It's you know how you've done over 300 episodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, sometimes you will tell a story or something and then forget that you tell it. And then I have a very excellent memory. And I remember Robert. He was the guy who kidnapped Mark to go to the Wienermobile incident.
That's
and
true.
There was also a Robert who was naked on New Year's Eve. Is it the same,
Same
Robert?
guy.
I wonder.
It is the same
that,
Robert.
That was a guess on my
Yeah.
part, and I just because I remembered the name. So there
Yeah.
you go.
That
What a
is
great-
amazing.
What a great magic trick.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
really is. It's like a magic trick.
It's the
Mhm.
power of your memory alone
Yeah,
and the weakness
Thank you.
of ours.
Thank you.
that's
working
true.
Together.
The number
You
of
and
times
Mary
I
Lou
have just
Henner.
I've just in life told Hal the same story 10 or 11 times.
Me too. I forget. I have to remember if I've told a story before, and then I think it's been a few hundred episodes. I'm sure
Yeah,
we can come around the horn on some of these, but
but
Yes.
no, Kristen Kelly's going to keep us honest.
yeah.
This is my favorite podcast. I love it a lot.
Thank you
Oh,
so
thank
much.
you.
And I
Um,
like the Thrilling Adventure Hour and Alchemy This and Welcome to Night Vale.
Oh, thanks. We just did a live Alchemy
Excellent.
this show a couple of nights ago. It was pretty fun. I was excited.
And obviously Kevin Pollock was just on We Got This. So
Yeah, and you're working
crossover
with
there.
Kevin now too, right?
I suggested that,
Yeah.
Love it.
and
We
I've
appreciate it.
suggested. Thank you. I've suggested multiple scenes for Alchemy This as well.
Awesome. Well,
Yes.
they're
Oh, and-
all a blast and
And thank you for writing regularly with topic ideas.
amen.
I don't always respond. I see them. I do see
You-
them, and I appreciate that you send them.
You're busy. You have a lot of things to get to, but I do have an ongoing list. And the reason, you know how it's a monthly thing that I send you.
Hmm.
The reason I do that is because I didn't want to annoy you by sending you an idea every time I had one. So I'll save up a couple and then send him them only once a month, so as not to annoy them too much.
I like
That's
it that
so-
way because then I get to like look at it's a longer thing to read rather than one at a time anyway. I think it's more enjoyable to read that way. So I appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much.
Is there one you've sent us over the years that we have not yet done that you would like us to do the most? Is there one you can think of? I mean, obviously you remember every single one. I can't.
Well,
believe that you
I will
wouldn't.
have to check my written down list, which
Yes.
yes, I have. Not
course.
that I can think off the top of my head. I do have a list of topics that you've gotten wrong, but I feel like
Oh, what's a couple of those?
this first meeting is not the right place to do that. So
Oh,
Sure it
this
is. Oh, this is
exactly what
exactly-
this is
this
for.
is
I wish
why
to be
we
a
did
polite
this.
guest. Okay, you said spoon instead of fork. That was wrong.
Oh, okay.
Spoon beat fork in our episode.
Yeah,
Spoon beat
that
fork.
was correct.
It
Fork
should
can't
have
hold
been.
liquid. A fork can't hold liquid.
The trying to think what other ones you got wrong.
That exasperated
Well,
sigh
just
and
blew
eye roll
past
was
it.
delightful.
That's-
Kristen,
love
now
it.
you know how I feel having to listen
I'm
to these two.
I'm trying to be polite here. Do you remember my first topic suggestion?
What was it?
Gosh, no, I don't remember.
It was worst font.
Worst font.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, you're
Hey,
welcome
Mark.
for the flyer for this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whose fault was that?
I
Oh,
did that
yeah.
on
Do you want
purpose.
to tell that story, Mark?
Yeah, I was like, we need a flyer for
Mark?
the town hall thing. And I was like, well, I want to make it look like a local community center town hall flyer. So of course I'm going to use Comic Sans. And as I was telling these guys right before we did it, I'm on Photoshop. And as I clicked on Comic Sans to myself, I just went and clicked Comic Sans. And I was very excited to get to pick that as the font for this particular thing.
How do you want to?
Oh, you want me to deal with this? If I
I will
can't
have-
tame him after this many years,
I,
After
I,
what?
I
18 years?
Mark
19
Well-
years?
18
18
violence.
years. Yeah.
I will I'll have you know that I took a typography class last semester, so I can speak with authority on fonts. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
What's the best font?
My personal favorite font, well, the one you decided the best font was Helvetica, invented in 1957 of the,
Mhm.
I forgot who invented it, but it was of the Swiss design, which are nice and logical fonts. The worst font you decided was Wingdings. I continue to disagree with that because the correct answer for that was obviously Comic Sans. And then my personal favorite font is Archer because it's a slab serif, but it's got variable weights and it's got little ball terminals, which are really cute. A non-typographer would not know what I just was saying.
I know what a serif is. I did learn what a
Yes.
serif is.
And I took a
It's-
train out of the ball terminal
Okay.
in 89.
No, it's.
Is that like in the A where in a lowercase a where there's a little ball on the end of it? That's a ball terminal, yeah.
Yeah, yes, that's correct. I mustn't talk about fonts. I've been told to not talk about fonts on many occasions.
Who would tell you that? Don't listen to them. It's called, I'm writing this down. It's called Archer.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to look it up. And the next time we have a flyer, I will use Archer on
font.
the flyer.
And I will
That be
remember
the
that.
font of choice.
Please do. You will remember that because you remember
Mark
everything.
says that, but he's going to scroll through those fonts again and choose violence again because that's Mark.
Choose violence.
Choosing violence
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, teachers didn't like it in high school when I would use blood drippy font
that's the-
for
I mean-
an exam.
Fonts have a time and a place. You could use Helvetica incorrectly. You could use Comic Sans correctly, although I think all uses of Comic Sans are incorrect.
Okay, if you had to pick one
Don't we?
correct use
Don't
of
we?
Comic Sans,
Don't we?
Yeah.
If you were on the set of a movie that took place in like say 1997 and it was like at a high school or college or a church or something, and you had to have some flyers on the wall of upcoming events, Comic Sans would be the temporally correct font for that particular space.
Like it's still not right. It's just period
temporally
appropriate.
correct for
You know,
that space. Oh no, we've broken Kristen Kelly. Oh no, it's been so
It's
long
hard.
and we've been so excited to meet her.
No,
and we
it-
broke her the first
It's
time
just,
we met her.
it's just when we talk about fonts is when I do this.
That's
So
fair.
what if I were to tell you that every paper in college that Mark turned in was in Comic Sans?
only the wacky ones,
That can't be.
just the wacky ones, Kristen, not the important ones. The important ones I used Arial because it's the superior
Okay.
Helvetica.
Well, yes, I mean certainly,
But he
it's-
still
yes.
used Comic Sans for the bibliography.
That's true, and the title, and just my name.
You know what
Everything
other-
else was Helvetica, but my name was Comic Sans.
You know, another unacceptable font is Papyrus.
Yeah,
Yes,
because it's the
Papyrus is
Avatar font.
Terrible.
It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Papyrus.
Mhm.
I'll tell you what I used for my headshot for years and years.
The Broadway font. You've said that
did-
before.
I have used the Broadway font with the that's hilarious with
the
the
lights
little
there,
with
yes.
the marquee. But I also I'm a big Cooper Black fan because it was the Garfield books.
Yes, I see that used inappropriately
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot too.
Yeah. What's an inappropriate use of that? Funeral
Anytime
notice?
it's not with Garfield.
I
Yeah.
don't have time to talk about what is not an appropriate use for fonts right now.
If it's
That's
not
fair.
writing out the phrase sits around the house,
Yeah.
then you can't use it.
I was specifically trying to not rant about fonts, but here we go.
Yeah,
So,
no, this is delightful, and thank you for indulging us a rant about fonts. We
I'm so
love
glad I
this.
have an audience who's happy or tolerant of hearing it at least.
Font talk.
Yes.
Would you like to do a trivia question?
I'll try. I have
Ooh.
very narrow interests, but we'll
What
see.
which of your interests
do you have a typography version?
I do not. Although they do all have typography on the cards, the
because
questions
they're
themselves.
words.
Yes.
Disney
Yeah.
then.
I don't
Disney.
have the only ones I have in front of me right. I feel bad. The one time I don't pull everything out for one of these things
Yeah.
is the time that everyone asks for the
Go to
things
your
that-
room of stops and pull out all the stops.
There's a terminal stop right
That's
now.
fair.
Would you like and you have two friends you can phone for help. You have Hal and Mark.
Mhm.
City
But my
Get-
phone isn't nearby, so I'll answer on my iPad.
City getaways, world tour, road trips, or foodie vacation.
Oh, just pick one. I don't care.
How about a food one?
Yeah.
Oh,
food, food.
okay.
Yeah, we can help
Okay.
with food.
How I have a similar limited palette issue.
Okay, good. We're in the zone here.
Tan food, just
We
tan
got this.
food.
It's not all tan. Some of
It's all
red.
tan. Some of it's red because it's a cherry on top of a tan piece of pie.
or
Okay.
brown because it's chocolate.
Let's the fun thing for this will be to see whose eyes light up when the question is asked, okay?
Okay.
How many patties are used to make a Juicy Lucy burger.
I'm vegetarian. I
Wait,
don't know.
patties? Hold on, this could
Patties.
be a trick question. I think I got you. A Juicy Lucy, for people who are not aware, is you take the
Are you gonna
before
say?
you make a hamburger or whatever the filling, you do this with a plant-based meat as well. You put a cheese in the middle of it, and then you seal it up, and then you grill it. So instead of a traditional cheeseburger where the cheese is on the top or the bottom for whatever reason, it's in the middle, and they're great. I believe it's 2 hamburger patties that are sealed around, like you put the cheese in the middle and then you pinch to make
Or
like
not-
a flying
or not
saucer
nec-
of meat.
But as you said, it could be vegetarian. All the
Yes,
question
2
specific is
patties, 2 burger
Mhm.
patties of
So
whatever,
so-
impossible or otherwise.
Hal is saying, what was the number you said, Hal?
2, I believe it's 2.
Do you want to trust in Hal's knowledge of the Juicy Lucy?
Trust in Hal.
Sir,
Just
I have no idea
Hal.
as I am vegetarian. So
So, Hal,
Yes.
what you're saying is 2 patties essentially form a sandwich around
The cheese.
the cheese.
And then you grill that up and then you serve it as you would a normal hamburger.
Unlike, say, an open-faced Juicy
An
Lucy.
open-faced sandwich. Oh, let me no, tell
that
me
what
I'm
you're
right
saying?
first.
Is
Tell
that
me-
what you're saying? You are
Tell me I'm right
correct. It
first.
is
and
two
Yeah,
then-
he's
of course
correct.
it is.
All right.
Listen, do you? I'm
Good job
I'm
deferring
gonna,
to
I'm gonna
Hal's.
lose my mind. I want to lose my mind. Ken is arguing
You've
that
already
an
lost your
open-faced
mind.
sandwich that you would order from a diner or deli
Mhm.
is not a sandwich
It's not a sandwich.
because
it
it's
is
not
just-
closed. It
What-
is
closed
called
is
an
what
open-faced
defines
sandwich.
a sandwich.
They take what would be a sandwich
Kristen's leaving, you guys. Kristen
and
is
they open it up,
leaving.
and you can
Sorry,
eat it with a knife or fork.
I'm just plugging my computer in.
No, she is.
Plug
See
your
what see
computer
what
in.
you did. You made
I'm
her
back.
leave.
I'm back.
Okay. I will say the
Sorry,
best
the plug-
vegetarian burger I've had is
Yes.
a Beyond or Impossible burger in smash burger form, where you do a
Mm.
couple of super thin patties instead of
Yeah.
one thick one. Big fan of that.
It's very good. So we're not going to address the open-faced sandwich issue at all. You're just
No,
gonna
Mark
move
not
to
on
what
this.
you think
Dodged
is
it.
good.
Yeah, I dodged it.
God, I'm going to lose my mind.
Kristen,
right.
thank you for
Kristen,
coming on.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you,
on.
Kristen.
Is there anything else we got wrong that you want to just yell at us
Oh, yeah.
about
On your
Yeah,
way
but
out.
it-
you
on your way
throw-
out the door? Just
throw-
yell it on the way out the door.
No, it will take too long. I have to put this off the list.
We'll save it for the next town hall.
Mhm.
You
Oh,
can-
Hal, I'm
Yes.
flying next week, and I've got a layover in the Philadelphia airport.
yes.
Go to Auntie Anne's.
Yes.
Their pretzels are
They're-
amazing.
Oh my God, I'm gonna reach through. I'm gonna get my gorilla to attack you.
Listen, if you
You made a
head
big mistake.
if you head
They're-
to Subway and get a cheesesteak sandwich,
Subway.
No, the people who chimed in on that thread are, I believe, my cousin
Yeah, you said.
chimed in on that, and then I call her Missy. We've known each other since we were in kindergarten.
It was his
Um,
kindergarten teacher.
Yeah, they have good suggestions. Chicky and Pete's is good. It's at the end of one of the terminals. Crab fries are basically just French fries with Old Bay seasoning on them. They're very good. They're not made with crab.
Oh, okay. I was concerned.
Yeah, it's just
But
yeah.
it's-
you don't
fries.
eat meat, so you don't need to go to a cheesesteak place. But there are
is
there
there
are
a
was-
dessert
Philly-
place? What's a Philly dessert?
Water ice.
Water ice is
Water
a
ice.
dessert. I
I
can't
was-
think of any like water ice vendors inside the airport.
Well,
but
I
there
don't know
are
what
soft
terminal I'm
pretzel
going to be at,
places.
so we'll see.
You'll see a soft pretzel just kiosk, and those are good. That's when I land or when I'm leaving, I will buy some to either take with me back to Los Angeles, or I will have some at the house. Well, actually,
There's-
I won't get them on the way out because I know I can go to different.
There's no
stores, but-
Wawa in the Philly airport.
No, there's no Wawa.
I'm excited
Wawa's
about
a
getting a
gas
misshapen, a Philadelphia shaped pretzel.
There you
Yes,
go.
it's very, very good.
You can say misshapen. It's okay.
I didn't want to insult Hal.
No, I get it.
Once
I
you
get
have
It-
it, you'll
it-
realize it's the best shape.
He can't hear us, can he?
No, I don't think he can hear us. If we do this,
good.
he can't hear us.
Yeah, okay.
Well, thank you for coming on, Kristen. It is so nice to finally get to meet and see
Thank
and
you.
talk to you.
I've been listening to We Got This for years, and Thrilling Adventure Hour before that, and
Aw.
Welcome to Night Vale before that. So I don't have a podcast problem. Thank you for asking. But I'm so happy to be here. Thank you
It's
for
so
having
great
me.
to have you.
Thrilled
That
to
doesn't
have
sound like
you.
any sort of a problem.
No,
No,
sounds
definitely not.
perfect.
And keep
Awesome.
sending the topics in.
I will. I
Yes,
will.
Yes, please.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Does anybody else hear that piano sound? There's like a whoom, whoom that keeps kicking in. I think that Hal keeps leaning forward onto a piano.
Yeah, I'm playing
Are
the
you-
keyboard
are you-
slow.
Hey,
I'm
everybody.
scoring this. Let me just score this real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I
Well-
think we've reached the end of our town hall. As usual, we have run over, but we also promised we would reveal who the guests will be.
Oh, we have some
During Max Fun
legendary
Drive.
guests. Are all three of them? I'm gonna put this in the chat. So we're on the
to
same
make sure
page.
we all got the right ones.
Yeah.
Why don't
it's,
we also make sure we have the dates for Max Fun Drive so we can?
I thought you were looking that up, Ken.
I am looking it up right now.
or is it just the first two?
So Max Fun Drive is April 25th to May 6th.
Great.
All right.
So we are
So we've got time.
a little over a month. But before you guys say this, I do want to say
Mhm.
that the request that I have for all the people of the world
Mm.
is to try and help us make this the biggest Max Fun Drive ever by introducing the show to folks that you think might enjoy it and helping us to spread the word of we got this and try and bring more people into the show.
Yeah, try and
Because
find
it's
one
now-
person. Start
It's
there.
now
Everybody.
7 years of the
Mhm.
show.
Yes.
Oh,
7
I
years.
thought I was itchy.
It's been 7 years. That's right. That's
Mark,
why.
this is where he announces he's starting a new podcast with someone else.
No. I'm just gonna go see a doctor. The itch is unrelated to the podcast.
So, and that's the thing that we're hoping that everyone can help us with.
Yes,
is
please.
make this the year of we got this, breaking out all over
Yeah. Again, I'm
Good
breaking
summer.
out all over. I'm going to the doctor for the same
for,
reason.
for that 7-year itch.
Yeah, I'm breaking out in a 7-year itch. But I also to echo Ken, we're saying please, but we are also I think saying I know we are also saying thank you. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
we
thank you,
appreciate
thank you,
it.
thank you.
And
We appreciate it. Sorry, I
if
guess that episode
everybody
was fun.
were able to share it with one person and got one person to listen, then that's pretty amazing. Or if you just bring it up, who knows? Who knows what happens? But coming up during Max Fun Drive, we have first of all a returning guest.
Yeah, one of our favorites.
Mr. Andy Richter will
That's
be
right.
joining us once more. We will not disclose topics.
Now we'll just disclose guests. Andy Richter is back, and it was a delight of a show to get to hang out with him. We laughed very hard many times. And our other show is another one of our favorites, our favorite performers.
Mhm.
First time on the
But
show.
this was his first time on We Got This, but what a delightful, perfect fit he was for the show. And that is Bobby Moynihan. We have Bobby
Yes.
Moynihan on the show. So our two special shows for Max Fun, for the Max Fun Drive, Andy Richter, Bobby Moynihan coming up soon. Keep your ear holes open.
And we are working on something special for Max Fun Drive with another of everyone's favorite guests. She has been on the show many times,
Oh yeah.
and she's a fellow member of the Max Fun family. So you'll keep tuned for that. That's going to be special just for people during Max Fun Drive. So
Yeah.
Should we also let them know what their bonus episode is if they're a Max Fun member?
What's the bonus episode?
We recorded a show for the London Podcast Festival with Paget Brewster.
Oh, that's the bonus.
The only way you could access it at the time was with a ticket, and we are now taking that out of the Disney vault and releasing it just to Max Fun members.
Like that famous Disney scarcity, made up scarcity.
That's right.
We are also guilty of it.
We're guilty of the same thing. A bonus Paget episode for those of you who weren't able to join us for the London show.
We have allowed it to age into a classic.
I
Mhm.
think so.
It
It's
is
a modern
now
classic.
vintage.
That's right. So that's
So
what's
if,
coming
so
up.
if you missed it, it's your way to experience it for the first time. And if you heard it, you probably forgot what happened.
I
Unless you're Kristen.
said it and I forgot what
true.
happened. Kristen knows what happened.
Kristen is the official historian.
I know. I love
We
it.
got this historian.
'Cause
Um,
it was a clean slate, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. So there's
We
a
always,
whole
I
bunch
love
of
clean
topics.
slates with Paget.
Yes,
Paget clean slates are always so fun.
they're the best.
Thank you everybody for watching us tonight, for joining us. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for everything you do on our Facebook page. Thank you for being kind and loving in all of the debates that we have had over the years. I cannot tell you how much joy that brings and how much it means to me that to all of us that we have this community of the people of the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, we wouldn't still be doing this if people weren't listening and enjoying and being engaged with us. So we're appreciative for every single person who takes the time to sit and listen to us and argue with us, even though we can't hear you. That's what these town halls are for.
Exactly.
So join us next time and we'll talk again.
Yeah. Oh, and I should let people know, in case anyone was wondering,
Mm.
I'm not actually in. I know it's weird.
I was about to turn around and try to catch you.
I know.
Leprechaun.
Thank you. Should we do our classic? This episode, this whole town hall experience is finished. It's done, but there are many more things to discuss. So please reach out to us on Twitter at We Got This Tweets, or
Email us at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com or go to our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/We Got This Podcast. That's where all the good stuff is. Thank you to producer Ken Plume. Ken,
who's right here.
who's
Thank you,
right
Ken.
here, who has a bit of a chat with Ken Plume, his own wonderful podcasts, many different episodes for you to listen to and enjoy, especially as people are getting back out into the world and traveling, or if you just need some fun conversation that you also would like to be a part of. I recommend very highly a bit of a chat.
Do you know who I
Can't-
talked to today?
Who?
Who'd you talk to today?
John Hodgman is coming up.
Hey,
Coming
John
back on the show.
Hodgman.
And do you know what we talked about?
him
What?
going on stage with Jeff Tweedy coming up.
Krabby fries.
Ooh,
Oh, see?
And
you go.
and the Jersey Shore. And skee ball.
Yeah.
And I'll leave you with one
okay.
more
We don't
thing.
need all of them.
We talked about candlepin bowling.
There you go. Very, very New England. Very New England thing. Candlepin bowling. There you go. Thank you to producer Ken Plume. Thank you to researcher Kate McManus, who joined us, and we will do a live researched
Yes.
episode at some point to put her through. I can't even imagine what kind of hell that will be for her, but she will endure it with the poise
Oh,
and ability that only she has. Thank you
Yes.
also to graphic designer Uri Kelman and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And mega thanks to you, the people of the world, for giving us an opportunity to not only do this show for 7 years, but to sit down with many of you tonight and hang out and shoot the breeze and learn some cool new stuff, as we always do. We are constantly in awe of you and all of your brilliant minds that are such a delight to share in. So thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody.